Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to rest, I know I was always repping. Oh my God, my whole life.
What's up, guys? Soba Squad, yeah? As you guys know, I'm Dylan.
And I'm Martin. Guys, today we're going to be talking about how doctors contributed towards our addiction.
And contribute towards addiction as well.
Yeah. I will start off by saying doctors really did have a big role to play in my addiction. It wasn't in the end or at the start, but towards the middle when I started getting prescribed and diagnosed with different things. So I'll explain by saying that I actually went to a psychiatric hospital last year, and I obviously went there to like a rehab section in the hospital itself. When I got there, I think it was the next day, I was told to go see a psychiatrist. This psychiatrist, and keep in mind that I'm actually withdrawing. I was withdrawing from drugs, I was withdrawing from alcohol, I was a wreck. I go into his office, and in about 10 minutes he diagnosed me with major depressive disorder, chronic anxiety, and insomnia or something. And he told me that he's going to have to put me on quite a bit of medication. Me being the addict that I was very happy about that because, I thought I'm in rehab, I'm going to be getting medication, I'll be able to abuse it as best as I can. So it wasn't really, it was something that I looked forward to. As the time progressed in this rehab, my clean time started growing and everything, I actually started to enjoy feeling clean again, having my family back in my life. And, when I left this rehab, I was very keen to stay sober. I was. But unfortunately, I started abusing this medication that I got given. It was still very addictive medication that they gave me. They put me on antipsychotics, epileptic medication, sleeping pills, antihistamines, all of these things. For a while I was doing well with it. Towards the end, I went completely crazy, with the medication itself. So I think to conclude what I wanted to say, doctors can be good, but they can be bad at times. They don't understand addiction, so don't go to a doctor and expect him to know what he's talking about when it comes to addiction itself. They can help you, but at the end of the day, you go there to get medication if you're feeling sick or there's something wrong with you. And if it's any medication that's mind or mood altering, it's really going to mess with you if you're an addict or alcoholic. It will contribute towards your downfall. So in short, guys, I'm not saying don't go to doctors, not at all. If you're feeling sick or there's something wrong with you, go to doctors. If you have a problem with someone that's in addiction, or if you're in addiction itself, probably don't go to a doctor, guys. There's many other things you can try that will work, and you won't have to go to a doctor. I can say now that I definitely am not depressed. I definitely do not have anxiety, and I sleep really well without any medication. So I don't understand how you can diagnose someone going through withdrawals. It doesn't make any sense to me, but that's just the way it is.
So we talk about doctors and how it messed up my addiction and so forth. And, I'm not just speaking on myself. I have taken this from hundreds of other people I've met in recovery. And they said that doctors and prescription pills messed them up. And it messed them up royally. It messed them up to the fact where they got so addicted to their psychiatric medicines that they couldn't go without it, and they couldn't sleep without it, they couldn't function without it. And with me, I got addicted as soon as I started taking it. I started fighting the psychiatric medicines, and when I went to bed, I started fighting with it. I felt dizziness, I had half hallucinations sometimes, and that's how it started carrying on. And I thought, for a little while, I'm going to stop drugs and alcohol, and I'm going to go to these prescription and psychiatric medicines, and I'm going to have a blast on it. It made me feel good, Now and then I used to get high with it, and it used to enhance my high. And that's the problem with it, is You know, parents think that now their kids are on psychiatric meds or so forth, and everything's going to be okay. All you're doing for an addict, or for myself, should I say, is replacing psychiatric meds, prolonging the problem, and not getting to the solution straight away. And for me, it got worse, you know. If I didn't have my psychiatric meds, I would go crazy. I would lose my mood so quickly. I would get so angry. I would get violent. I would start swearing. And I wanted everything on the spot, and I had no delay of gratification. So, you know, tell me how you can go to a psychiatrist these days, see him for 10, 20 minutes, and he suddenly puts you on depression, insomnia, dual mood disorder, you know, bipolar. I mean, it's ridiculous. These days, a doctor should be doing at least 48 hours to 6 months of studies on you. They should be doing brain tests. But just by talking to you and a few of your problems of the past, they put you on medicine for life. And I just don't understand that at all. And those medications actually made me go more mad and more insane. And it drove me to such a deep pitfall that I never ever want to go back there again. And I'm pretty sure I won't, because that was hell for me. So, you know, doctors have this thing, I feel, where they know how to make money. Doctors are very wealthy people, I give that. And like Marty said, if you're feeling sick, go to a doctor. But you got to know, to accept that you can't see a doctor for 10 minutes and for the rest of your lifetime, they're going to put you on medicine and diagnose you with bipolar and so forth. And then an addict's problem is they go through it and they say, oh, now I've got bipolar, I depend on these medicines for the rest of my life. And to stop that medicine, they can't accept that.
Yeah.
Because you're so dependent, we become so dependent on that medication that we just don't want to stop. It makes us feel great. So I find it a huge problem, and I have a big problem with psychiatrists and certain psychologists. And I saw a couple, and I used to take 3-4 different medications at once, you know, Dopacol, Seroquel, Stilnox, Lilifluoxetine, and it just messed me up. It really drove my moods down. I had super highs, and then I had really super lows. And I mean, even a mood stabilizer. You know, at the end of the day, we need to work on ourselves and not use something to procrastinate the solution. And we need to work on ourselves to better our moods. And that's how I feel. You know, now I don't take any medication and I feel 100 times better. I've just worked on my recovery. I've worked through my problems and I feel a lot better. You can't see someone for 10 minutes and expect to put them on lifetime medication, because then that's purely the fact of you just wanting to make money. And you can't come and tell me a lie.
In ending off, I want to quickly say something. Prescription drugs are obviously drugs. Just because a doctor gives it to you does not mean it's not drugs. They are. So if you are an addict or alcoholic out there and you want to go to the doctor because you're sick or in pain, please let him know in advance that you are an addict or alcoholic, and they will suit your needs.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please comment, like, subscribe. As you guys know, the story goes on. Peace out, Soba Squad.